The following program is a Nighthawk Network presentation.
Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I
And now we give you the host of Straight Sports Talk with Coach Vincent, Coach Vincent.
What up, everybody? Welcome to Straight Sports Talk with Coach Vincent. Man, we got a very awesome show tonight, man. We got a woman boxer that's boxing professional. She'll be on. And we also got a coach that's coaching for the Midwestern Bulldog. So I hope everybody had an awesome day, man. So y'all can tune in to Straight Sports Talk with Coach Vincent, man. We finna have an awesome show, man. I want to talk also. I want to talk about, man. There's some things that's been hitting my eye, man, in the news and stuff like that, man. And I don't know if I'm able to say this or whatever, but people, y'all got to be careful out here, man. You got to be careful who your friends is, and it's too many people getting set up and getting hurt, man. Straight up. You got to be careful. You can't be out there, drinking and smoking weed and all this. And, 'cause I just saw, a little incident that happened to a young sister, man, But y'all got to be careful, watch and choose who your friends is for real, because it's getting too many incidents like this. Too many. It's food, and we got to stop this. We really do. So I got to get my light on. I might have to turn this light on. But other than that, man, I hope everybody had an awesome week. Um, Midwestern Bulldogs coming up with practice for the start of their season coming up soon. I wish I could be there with my guys, man, but I wish them all the success in the 2026 season. Um, I want y'all to take it to a different level, man. 2025, we did it and we won the championship, and can't nobody take that away from us. We did that in our second year. Shout out to our owner, Mr. Donovan Sanchez, aka Mr. Loon Montana. Great owner, man. Mr. Ethan Stanford, who's doing all the work behind the scenes, man. With the recruiting personnel, and to the players, man. I can't say enough about each and every. Oh man, y'all put the work in, and y'all do what y'all do, man. And I'm very proud of each and every last one of y'all. So this season, man, let's set the bar. We're going into a new league. Let's set the bar, man. Yeah, I'm here way in Texas, man. I wish I was there with y'all, man, with this season here, man. But I'm with y'all in thought, man. So let's go out there and take 2026 by storm, you know. Shout out to also I want to give out shout out to all the women from the AWFL, the WFA, and the NFC who played in their championship games. Shout out to y'all who won the Texas Elite Spartans, back-to-back champions in the WNFC. Shout out to the WFA. I think the Baltimore Lightning won theirs. I couldn't, there's a lot of stuff going on, so I couldn't really follow the women's um, football league. But shout out to everybody who won their division and who won their championship from the AWFL, the WNFC, and the WFA. So shout out to y'all, man. Salute to every one of y'all. But I also want to give a big shout out to the Toledo Troopers. I always talk about them on my show. Um, they are they set the tone for women's tackle football, based out of Toledo. Yeah, and I had the opportunity to interview these ladies. Awesome ladies, man. I also had a chance. Me and my guy Jay Gas, we was doing a Detroit Prowls football game. That they showed up to the game, and number 48 was there as well. Miss Stephanie Stout in the middle. Her father was the head coach of the Toledo Troopers, and they were seven-time world champions. Seven-time world champions, man. Only lost one game in 7 years. One game. So that tell you about a lot about about these ladies. And also, you gotta give a shout out to the Oklahoma City Dow's, Dallas Stars, to all the women football back in the day in the 60s and 70s, man. Because they paid the way for y'all be playing ball. Shout out to the Cincinnati, no, Cincinnati Mystics for their first year, going undefeated. Matter of fact, yeah, going undefeated, and making it to the semifinals. And, unfortunately, they had to lose. They lost, but what a great season for y'all first year, the Carolina Stars. Shout out to Miss Coach Hopkins, for great job that you did with those ladies down there in Carolina in their first year. So it was a lot of new teams coming in, different leagues, man. Some didn't make it so well, but they hung in there. So I still give my salute to y'all. Shout out to the Motor City Music City this year, man. That's one of my favorite teams, and also the Richmond Black Widows as well, and the DC Divas. Washington missed what no Washington Prodigy. Sorry about that. I got so many names in my head. And also my other number one team, the Oklahoma Rays, for their first year. I had in the AWFL, I had the Oklahoma Rays and Cincinnati Mystics in the AWFL championship. But they both lost in the semifinals, man, unfortunately. But hey, it happens, man. But for y'all first year, man, y'all did, salute to y'all, man. I take my had an opportunity to interview the head coach of the Mystics. Yeah, the Mystics had an opportunity to interview him, and be up in the booth with the offensive coordinator as well. So shout out to him. I can't think of his name, but shout out to him, man. We had a good time up in there in the booth, during their game when they was playing against the Detroit Pride. And also shout out to Detroit Pride, even though y'all had a up and down season. Yeah, get back to it next season. While we waiting on our next guest, I'm finna send um uh here she goes. Here she go.
Yeah, what up, Coach? We've been waiting on you, man. She been here. She
I've
waiting.
been waiting on y'all. I just been talking.
Yeah, you running your mouth. She ready to get it in. Without
Let's
further
go.
ado,
Bring Miss
Mr. Robert
Santiago in.
Santiago.
Come on in, Miss. I'm up here running my mouth. Hey, how you
Hello,
doing?
guys.
Hey, how you doing? AJ, I see you over there, man.
Ah,
How
you
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 doing?
see my husband? He's always
Hey,
not too far apart.
before we get started, I want to say this, man. I didn't know when I first met you, when I met y'all together at the
Mhm.
July 31st at
Yeah.
Rank Up's camp. I didn't know. I didn't know. So what got you into boxing?
It's funny because that's a question I'm always asked, and I have to say it was because I couldn't stop fighting. Like it was just this. I moved from up north to the south, and I just didn't really fit in. I didn't really fit the culture yet, and so I struggled a lot in high school. I struggled a lot with connecting with people, and I needed an outlet, and nothing seemed to work. And then I walked into a boxing gym, and it was like falling in love, your first love of your life. Yeah,
Wow,
I can't let it go.
wow, wow. And when I met y'all, man, it was something. And you very supportive, of your husband in his football career. And shout out to you, AJ, man. Wish you all the success in your football career, man. And it's an honor to know you and have watched you in the football, man. For real, brother.
I
Miss
appreciate it.
Miss Santiago, what
Yes.
you in the 135, 140 weight class? So that's kind
Mhm.
of different from the men. So what category? I mean, like, well, is it bantamweight, welterweight, or what?
You know what's funny is I don't even know. I'm gonna be honest. I take fights. My coach sets them up. He tells me to be at this weight, and that's the weight I come at. I believe it's light. It might be lightweight. I'd have to Google
Okay.
it to be honest.
Okay.
As crazy as it sounds.
Okay. So how do you prepare? Now I'm not a good, I don't know that much about boxing. All I know is Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, and them back in the day. And
Absolutely.
so what is it that you do to prepare for a fight? Because I know when you have a fight come up,
Yes.
you have to it takes about a year or so or something like that. How do you train and prepare?
Oh man, what don't I do? So boxing is one of those sports where you have to be fully conditioned all around. I mean, you're in there basically beating the brakes off of each other, but you also have to be mentally prepared. A lot of people don't realize that the mental part is just as huge as the physical part. So along with my strength and conditioning, which my husband does because he's certified for that, I'm doing running. I'm doing not just regular running. I'm doing distance. I'm doing sprints. I'm doing short bursts. I'm doing long bursts. I mean, it's just a ton that goes into the preparation physically and mentally. It's kind of secluding yourself from the world and going into this, I don't want to say dark, but it is kind of a dark place that you go into. It's really
Yeah,
digging deep within yourself, preparing yourself for war.
yeah, it is because it's just like the football. You know what I'm saying? You have to mentally, physically prepare yourself. But when you preparing yourself, what is it that you're eating and you're not supposed to be eating?
Oh man, I think every fighter gets asked this question, and we are probably the where you would think we have this like crazy discipline when it comes to food. I love food. To be somebody that has to cut weight, I love to eat. So when I'm boxing, I'm cutting out all the Mexican tacos because me and my husband love Taco Tuesday. And I'm really trying to stick to the lean meat. So I do a lot of lean meats. My ground turkey, my chicken, my good carbs, which is cutting out the sweets. I'm a person, I love cinnamon rolls. I'm crazy about sweets. So I'm cutting all that sugar out, which I should already do on a daily basis, but I don't. When I'm in camp, I'm making sure that I'm getting enough rest. I'm making sure that I'm drinking enough water. So all day, I normally don't drink pop anyway. I am a big water drinker. No juices. I don't really do any juices. If I do, it's from a place called Live Fresh. That is cold pressed juices, things that'll detox the body. It's really just making sure that you're feeling good because when you put certain things into your body, you become inflamed, you become slow. So it's really making sure that my muscles are fed. And honestly, my husband plays a big part in that, in my diet, making sure that I'm on point, making sure he keeping me away from the brownies because if you're not watching, I might sneak one in.
I know that's right. So by your husband playing football, y'all boxing, where the competition come in at between y'all two?
If I showed you, we actually just got back from the gym. And because he is my right hand person, he's obviously not my boxing coach. He's my strength and conditioning, but he does help me a lot in the ring. So If you would see us in the ring, there are times I might slip in a jab accidentally. He might get punched in the mouth every now and then, but he's helping me with my footwork. So we're definitely very competitive, even when we're out and we're lifting. He'll tell me, he'll be like, "Man, you got on pee-wee weight. We gotta put on big boy weight." So it's always just he always pushes me and elevates me to be the best that I can be. And when you have somebody like that that's there on you all the time, it really plays a big
Oh,
difference.
that's good. That's good to have your partner, supporting you in your goal and your dreams. Now, when you know you got about this a fight that's coming up, and you preparing
Mhm.
mentally and physically, the day of the
Mhm.
fight,
Yes.
what's going through your mind? You know, Mike Tyson say he be thinking about his birds and all this stuff. What's going through your mind when
You
you
want
know
to
you're
know?
gonna get in the ring?
Not much, to be honest, because especially if I'm coming off of like a weight cut where I gotta kind of drop those extra pounds. The following day, all I'm doing is sleeping, carbing up, and then I'm just fight ready. Like I say, I've been doing it for so long and competing for so long that it's like going to work. I mean, I get up, I put on my clothes, and I go to work. So when I get in that ring, it's like this is who I am. Like I was made for this. So there's not really a lot of thoughts that are in my mind. My coaches do a really great job of keeping me stress free. I mean, I have my coach down south, I have my coach up here. And they've always just done a really great job of keeping all the distractions away so I can just go to work.
So you got a fight coming up October 3rd, I think
Third.
it is.
Yes.
And that's just around the corner.
Yes.
I don't know much about the young lady you're fighting. Have you saw her fight, her technique? Have you like we do footy, like in football, we have study group and we watching the teams that we finna play and all that. Are you doing the same thing?
You know what's funny, and I can tell you this about all my fights. I have never watched my opponents.
What?
Never. So when my fights, when they give me a fight or my coaches approve a fight, because usually my coaches will approve the fight. My coach does all the studying. All I do is what he tells me to do. This is what we're doing. This is the type of opponent you have, and this is what we're working on. And
I
my
like
coach
that.
will study the opponent down because I feel like, and this is just my personal opinion. Every fighter is different, but um, the human mind can play tricks on you, right? So you might
Yeah.
see a clip of somebody and you're like, "Oh man, that looked crazy," and then you get in the ring, and that's not really what it is. So everyone looks great in videos, but when you get in the
Facts.
ring with me, that's a whole different ball game. And as an amateur, I learned that because there was a time where I psyched myself out and I got in the ring. And the whole time before the fight, they're like, "Heavy hitter, heavy hands." I'm like, "Okay, I gotta be ready." And I got in the ring, and I was like, "This is who y'all put in the ring with me? Oh, I'ma eat." I don't know what y'all was talking about, but she don't got heavy hands like me. So,
I like
you know,
that.
from from an amateur, I really feel like the amateurs help build me into a pro. There's certain things I just don't do, and it works for me. I can't speak on every fighter, but for me, it works. I trust my coaches. I trust my coaches with my life, so I trust that they're gonna provide me with the information I need and the tools that I need.
Facts. Okay. So you're fighting on the pro circuit, right? Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, in men's, they get a chance to go up in weight. Is that the
Mhm.
same thing in women boxing? Y'all
Abs-
can go up in same weight, go up in weight.
absolutely.
So
Yeah,
have you
absolutely.
thought
I
about
mean,
that?
not right now, not at this point in my career. Once you kind of, in my opinion, once you kind of eliminate all of your bracket, then okay, now I'm gonna go up and challenge. But right now, I'm really focused on because I've been on a 2 year layoff. I had major surgery.
Mm.
And then we was in Florida. Life was life, and so. At this point in my career, I'm just focused on who's in my weight class and climbing to the top. And then once I get my first belt, then we'll worry about the next weight classes.
Okay. So you in 135, 140 weight class, who is the top right now with the belts that you're aiming for?
it's hard to say. My dream fight, and it's out of my weight class, but my dream fight would definitely be an Alicia Baumgardner. Um, that bracket, Carolyn Dubai. I have so much respect for, and she's a UK fighter. I have so much respect for her. And that would definitely be a fight I'm looking for, just because when you're fighting, you want to fight the top dogs, and in my
Yeah.
opinion, those are some of the top dogs. Of course, you take the fights that you can, but I Carolyn Dubai, Alicia Baumgardner, those are the two that I really am like, those are the fights I want.
Okay. So when you see a young lady, you know, in her teens and she in the gym, what advice would you tell these young ladies if they want to get off into boxing? What do
Be
they have
vocal.
to do? Huh?
I'll say be vocal. You have to be mentally strong. This is a man's sport. At the end of the day, when you go into the boxing gyms, you are starting to see more women, but there are still more men. So I would tell a lot of women, be vocal about your wants, your needs, what you're expecting, what you're not expecting, because a lot of people tend to take advantage of young female athletes. And I'll put that out there. And you really have to stand up for yourself. Hey, no, I don't like that.
Correct.
And they're quick to throw females in with some of the men. And you have a lot of coaches that do not really know boxing. So then they get hurt. And I just tell a lot of women, yo, stand up for yourself.
Facts.
If you know that you're
Facts.
getting in there with a fighter that is a little bit more too advanced, or they're teeing off on you, you have to protect yourself, because there's no
No doubt.
reason at such a young age to be getting your head beat in, or you're learning. So be
Facts.
a student.
No doubt. And we this is my producer. This is Eric Buckner. I call him Big Easy. He would like to ask you a question.
Yeah, Eric Butler, super heavyweight. Anyway, few things. First of all, before I ask you a couple questions, thanks for being on the show. I definitely want to address the comments. We've been accused of not doing that from time to time. Shout out to Tyrone Ream checking in. Said
Calling
the
you
Hey,
bodyguard
Jada
Tyrone!
Bodyguard.
baby from the
Bodyguard.
research department.
He calls
We
me the
found out
bodyguard.
the junior lightweight division is the 140-pound division.
Yep.
Got you. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, and Baumgartner, I believe, is the next step up from that, if I remember correctly.
Under, she's 130.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Cinnabons for show, says Jay Gaskin. Shout out from Road to Stardom, checking in.
What up, Jay Gas? What up, Ro?
She has a question for you,
What?
Mrs. Santiago. Question
Yes.
for Samara. What do you think about reality stars becoming professional boxers? I'm assuming
Oh
she's talking
wow.
about Miss Krishan, for example.
Yeah.
Oh, I tend to tread lightly when I speak on other people, right? Because I never want to downplay somebody else's
Fact.
experience. But
Fact.
coming from somebody who has invested her whole life, I've started boxing at 14. Somebody that has invested their life into training, into going to amateurs, somebody like that cannot understand really what it takes to be a pro. A pro is a lot more than getting in the ring, doing some mitts, and looking cool. I mean, there's so much that really goes into boxing mentally, physically, emotionally. Like, and for people that have never really put in the pain and that's like, hey, I'm a pro boxer. To me, as crazy as it sounds, I have very little respect, because it's like a football player going straight to the NFL because he's famous. You don't know nothing about football. Unless you really have gone through the process, you're never
Fact.
going to understand what it really
Facts.
means. And that girl, they're going to put her in there with another girl that's going to hurt her. And now you might ruin this girl's whole life. Like, people don't
Okay.
realize boxing is dangerous. It really
Yeah.
Understand.
is.
I
I
agree.
realize
I
boxing
agree.
is dangerous.
I agree.
Allow me to tell you my quick boxing story. As a kid, I was kind of a thin dude. I was a little bit of an athlete, but not so much so in terms of physical stuff. This guy in my neighborhood, he boxed at Kronk Gym, the world famous Kronk Gym here in Detroit.
Time.
He
Hmm.
said, "Man, you coming with me? I'm about to show you how to box." So we would sneak off for the next couple of weeks. I was learning a little basic stuff and what have you. Okay, then what happens is I get to a point where, okay, let's have you spar a little bit. Did the first little sparring session, whooped old boy up. You know what I'm saying? Beat him up like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be a boxer. Okay. Get into the second sparring session. The young man's name is Helmer Kenty. Helmer Kenty eventually became a
Yeah,
world
became a
champion boxer.
well-bred boxer. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I sparred with him. Okay. First round came. I hit him with a couple jabs. That brother hit me so hard, I still feel it today. Okay. He hit me dead in the face. They had to wake me up. Keep in mind, nobody knew I was boxing. So for the next 3 days after that, I had to play off that I had this real bad headache. But I was concussed, okay? At
Fact.
that moment, I knew boxing was not for me.
Right,
So I have
right,
much respect for you, Miss Santiago, because in the end, not only do you get hit in the face, but they pay you for it. It ain't nothing
yeah,
to play with.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
yeah. You know, and again, just to feed off of what he said, he said, "What Jay Gaskin say? What is the motivation to be a boxer or get into fighting? And if you had a different option, what would you be doing?" Oh, good question, Jay Gas. You remember Jay
That
Gas?
was a great question. Like I said before, what motivated me was I had a lot of pent up anger. I didn't know what to do with it. I was getting in trouble as a youth. I didn't really have a great outlet. And I walked into a boxing gym, and it just fit. It just, no matter what I did during the day, I knew after that I was going to the boxing gym. And at that time, I had a coach that would almost reprimand me for doing effed up things in school, where it kind of taught me that, yo, you don't have to fight everyone. Like, just
Facts.
because you can doesn't mean you have to. So it really taught me a lot of self control. It taught me kind of how to walk away from certain situations. You know what, this isn't worth it. And that really molded me into an adult. If I wasn't boxing, I probably, to be honest, would be doing something like gymnastics.
Okay. So how can how can people that's watching my show, because I do have a nice little following, um how can they find out more about you from your social media? How can they reach out to ask you questions and stuff like that? How can they find out more about you, and where can they
Um,
reach?
you can always go to my Instagram. My Instagram's pure perfection underscore SW. I do have a Facebook page, which is just Shamara Santiago. While I'm in fight camp, I typically don't answer a lot of messages. So if you do message me, just, hold off. Usually while, I'm in camp, I tend not to really go through my messages. I kind of turn those off just because I don't like to, it's a
Distraction.
distraction. So when you're in,
Yeah.
in fight camp, you really try to kind of hollow in. So I post a lot. Instagram's really mainly where I post a ton of my, my boxing, my fights, my upcoming fights, the things I have done. But of course, you can always find me on my Facebook too.
Okay. So with this fight coming up, what are you expecting um, from this October 3rd fight? You
I'm
know
expecting
everything.
fireworks, of course. Usually when I fight, people come to be entertained, of course. I'm hoping for a knockout, but you can never promise a knockout because it's boxing. Anything could happen. But when you come, you can always expect it to be a straight boxing match where it's going to be fire. People have known me for certain moves I do in the ring. My right hand is nasty. My jab is nice. So I'm just expecting a great comeback fight. And I'm super excited because of course, I'm from Florida, so it means a lot to me to be fighting back in my hometown.
No doubt. I know it is. Go ahead, Big Easy. Go ahead.
Okay, basically, I'm gonna tell you what we usually tell most of the guests. Thank you for coming on. We have sent you the friend request because once you're on the show, you family.
You part of
That
the
means we
Oh,
got
I
to
family.
love
keep up.
it.
Yeah, you
Absolutely.
part of the
We got to
family.
keep up with the family and see what's going on. So after the fight, when you victorious, we gotta let the people know. Yeah, she did her thing. Knocked the girl out in the third round. Her eye
Or the
real
first round.
swole.
Or the
She
first
on to
round.
the next one.
Yeah.
Right, and then
Or the
Absolutely.
first round.
Mr.
So
Santiago, you there in the background. We have sent you a friend request as well. You
no
family
doubt.
too, bruh.
No doubt. No
That
doubt.
goes
Let
for
me
you
let me
too.
say
So
this. Let me say
if
this.
yeah, go ahead.
That young man, I watch him play, brother. I, I wish you all the success in your football career, man. You need to be signed with somebody. You're a workhorse, man. You very dedicated in what you do, and then you have your wife that supports you 100%, man. Brother, I salute you. I salute your wife, man. May God bless y'all. May God give you continue with the success. Y'all are a power couple. You know what I
Thank you.
mean? Y'all are a power couple, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't let negative energy come between. Y'all got something going. Y'all got something golden, man. You
Yeah,
know.
listen, I already told him he trying to leave. He gonna catch this right hand. He not going nowhere.
Ah, yeah. It
Hey, my
hurt to get
wife.
punched
Hey,
in the face,
listen.
bro. You don't want that because you ain't gonna have no helmet on when she do it.
Right, ain't no helmet on, no shoulder pads, no knee pads. You know, y'all wearing shorts on the football field
Right.
now.
One
So
last thing, let me jump in, Coach. Yeah, like I said, make sure you keep up with the show, share the live. If you got any other people in your profession or in your profession that you would like for them to tell their story on the show, please hit up Coach and let him know. We always
yeah,
looking to
no
have
doubt,
more quality guests like yourself to be on the show.
no doubt,
Thank
no
you
doubt.
much.
Absolutely.
And also tell everybody where you fighting at October 3rd.
I am fighting at the Hilton in Altamont Springs. It will not be pay per view, but it will be live streamed. In I'm sorry, not Altamont Springs, the Hilton Altamont Springs. If you go to my Instagram or Facebook, I have the link, and right now it's 20% off tickets.
All right, y'all heard that. Hey, um,
Yeah, Ro, when we get the link, we'll make sure we get it to
yeah,
you.
we'll make sure, make sure. So Miss Santiago and Mr. Santiago, thank you for coming on Straight Sports Talk.
Thank you
Y'all
guys.
welcome anytime. Okay. Hey,
Thank you
and
so
whoop
much.
that, listen, whoop that girl. I can't say it on here, but BTA. Whoop
Of
BTA.
course, of
You know?
course. Thank you
Whoop
guys so much for
that
having
trick.
us.
Whoop
Yeah,
that
there you
trick.
go.
That might be the walkout song. I don't know.
You know, all right. Y'all have a good night. Have an awesome weekend. God bless y'all. Love y'all, man. Love y'all.
Thanks.
No doubt. That was Miss Santiago, her husband, Mr. Santiago. Her husband, he's a professional football player, man. I had the opportunity and I met him July 31st when we was in Tampa Bay, Florida, me and Jay Gas, man. Shout out to Jay Gas. I love you, boy. And watch him perform, hey, awesome dude, man. I can't wait till he gets signed somewhere, man, because he well deserved it, man, because he put the work in. His name is AJ Santiago, man. So all you professional teams, y'all look him up, man. He got videos of him playing ball and everything. But his wife, she fights October 3rd. Out of Orlando, Florida. I forgot the name of the Hilton Inn or something like that. We'll have all that information for y'all. Matter of fact, we do have a flyer. There it is right there. It's at the um, Hilton Orlando something Springs. So man, check her out, man. It's gonna be on my Facebook page.
Okay, Coach, we're gonna get you some glass.
Yeah,
It's
I need to have them on. I got them,
Yes,
man. I
you
need to
do.
have them on.
Altamonte Springs, Florida is where the fight's gonna be at. Live from the Hilton in that particular town. Uh, if you're going for tickets, there is a promo code. Shamara is the promo code. If you
Yeah,
want to attend that fight in person, I'm
yeah,
sure she could take all the support you can offer her. And when we get the link, we will definitely will share that with the people in the
no
Nighthawk
doubt.
Network so you can check her out. Because, like I said,
Yeah,
she's
man.
family
Support
now.
her,
You got
man.
to keep up with
Support
family.
her. Support her, man, because she doing her thing. She on the pro circuit, fighting at 140, 135, 140, and she doing her thing, man. And I wanted to ask you that Big Easy. Come back on right quick. She made a comment, when they in the gym, they don't get the respect like that. And it's the same thing in women's tackle football.
Unfortunately,
They
yes.
don't they Unfortunately, and it shouldn't be like because you have great women athletes. The WNBA is supposed to be setting the tone for these women in these other professions. From boxing and just stuff. Just like in
Now,
the
I honestly feel like they are to some degree, but I would like for it to be more of a camaraderie thing where, say some of those young ladies show up at a game,
breaking up, Big
they
E.
they break bread with each other and have them on
Yeah,
camera conversing
yeah,
or what have you. Just like
yeah.
how the NBA men start to come to the WNBA games and check it out or whatnot. I would like to see some type of collaboration similar to that.
Yeah, the same way with boxing because you got some great guys out there that's boxing, man. They need to be supporting these ladies, man. That's out there, like she said, it is a man's sport, but women doing their thing too. You got women fighters
Right.
out
Now,
there.
now there are a couple boxers that do give women they do. One of them definitely is our dude Bud Crawford. Shout out to Bud Crawford, who definitely helps to promote women's boxing and speaks very highly of Clarissa Shields because that's somebody that he helped to train into the world champion she is. So there are a couple, but we need more people to
Yeah,
take up the match.
yeah. Well, back in the day when women boxing was coming about, you had Layla Ali and all, but it wasn't as deep it is now. But I know Sugar Ray Mosley, you support them. Pernell Whitaker used to support them, and stuff like that. Hey, what up, though, Big U? Everything good, brother. Good to see you, man. Much love, man. Yeah, Clarissa Shield is the truth, man. But hey, I like to see more of this than this here. Um, What time will I be on? Next week, J Gas. Next week. Next week, J Gas. You finna move in on campus. Everybody, that's Mr. J Gaskin. He got some great news he wants to share with everybody. He'll be able to share next Friday on Straight Sports Talk. So while we going through, yeah, that's my guy there. Love that boy there, man. I hate I'm not around him. I miss that boy so much, man. For real, I miss Jay Gas, man. That's when that's my other son now. For real. Yeah, there he is. That's our last picture that we took, man. That was July 18th at a shout out to Mr. Tyrone Rim at his pro showcase. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later. But my next guest, come on in, bring him on in. My next guest, man. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, and then we gonna take it from there. Go ahead, coach.
How you guys doing? Thanks for
Doing
having
well.
me. My name's Jamie Fletcher. I'm coach of the Midwest Bulldogs right now. I'm excited for this season. They're coming off a 2025 championship, and we're looking to build on that.
No doubt.
Trying to bring another one home to all these Bulldog fans.
No doubt. No doubt. So what is like now? We had an opportunity to meet when I came. You was formerly coaching with the Lima Warriors, and that was the first time we actually met in the physical aspect. And I took a liking to you, man. What was it like now you changing from the 11 man and coming to the 8 man?
It's I tell you what, there's a big difference, but when with the smaller teams, with the 8 man is I got to depend on some veterans. You know what I mean? But we have a few new guys. They're excited to work. They come, they put in the work at practice. So it's just. I think we're gonna be all right this season. I really believe we're gonna be all right.
Man, I know y'all is, man. And I want
Coach,
to
you
say
know.
I want to say, you stepping up the way that you are. I didn't want you to be in this position, but you're doing a tremendous job.
Well, I thank you for that, Coach. It
You
means a
know,
lot.
you are, and I'm seeing it firsthand. We have the meetings and everything. You're doing an amazing job, man. What is it like your first practice? What was it? How was you feeling when you actually? Matter of fact, the tryouts. It wasn't that big, but how was the feeling that you got?
Well, the first tryout, I really didn't know what to expect. I honestly I didn't. I didn't know if we were gonna have 30, 40 guys there, or if we were just going to have one or two. I was just hoping that we was going to have enough guys there where we could just put a big thing together, and I was hoping that the other coach was going to show up, but unfortunately that didn't happen. So I just did the best with what I had, coach, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah, and you did. So taking on now, you got what 2 weeks in of I think what 2 weeks in of full practice. You got what 2 more weeks, then y'all will be going into preseason play. You got two preseason games coming up.
Yep.
What is the mindset of these young men that you are now coaching in the Midwestern Bulldogs?
Well, the mindset that everyone has is a championship mindset. They know it's championship or bust.
Facts.
The veterans are just they're stepping up. They're helping. They're helping me with running practices and stuff, and I'm very thankful for them guys.
No doubt, no doubt. And let's get to that. And when I took on the role um, with the Midwestern Bulldogs, I was the defensive coordinator. I was the only coach, just like you, and I didn't know what to expect. Um, by you coming in here by yourself, you have a big load on you. You have a lot on your shoulders right now. You know, uh,
Hmm.
how are you? How are you able to deal with practice? Games hadn't even started yet. Putting your depth chart together, monitoring the practice, monitoring the sidelines, doing special teams, doing defense, doing offense. What is it that is keeping you together to not flip? Because a lot of people ain't gonna be able to handle, can't handle that.
Right,
You
right.
know,
Well, what's keeping me together, coach, honestly, is some of the veterans that step up and said, Coach, don't worry, we got you. We'll help you.
facts.
Don't worry about it. And that's a big help. It really is.
I'm kind of jealous, man. They coming to your butt, telling us, "Hey man, we got you." They ain't do that with me. I feel kind of.
Well, maybe it's because they didn't want to do them extra laps or them extra push-ups.
Maybe so, maybe so, maybe so. But man, I'm gonna tell you, Coach, you're doing an awesome job, man. And we always talk. You know,
Yep.
what is your expectations for the 2026 season?
My expectation for the 2026 season is just for these guys to go out and play Bulldog football.
Facts,
And if they do everything like they know they can, it's nothing's
facts,
gonna stop us.
facts. I
Nothing's
agree.
gonna stop us, coach.
Facts. I agree. I agree, man. I agree. I agree. You got, like I say, you got a bunch of group of good guys, man. Plus some add-ons, you know. So with these new rookies that's coming in, what are y'all doing to have them to buy in to the philosophy, the culture of Bulldog football? Because before you answer that, they never had a coach before. When they first, this is their third year. So their first year, they was solo dolo, and
Right.
I came and I basically brought a whole different vibe, whole different culture, and so forth and so forth. What is it that you're doing to make the vets do to allow to let the rookies come in? Hey, this is how we doing things. Well,
Well, I just tell there's a few veterans that I depend on, and which is, coach, they help, and we just tell them, hey, you're gonna get to playing time. You just got to be at practices, put in the work, and at practices, we throw them in when the situations aren't like really tough. Like for instance, I would say we have a couple guys. It's like, hey. One filled in on the line because we didn't have a center, and Tone would step up and say, "Hey, listen, the only thing you got to do is get the ball back. You'll be all right." He's like, "You need to know anything? Talk to me." Same thing with Harvey on the with the defensive backs. If you need to know something, ask me. And they step in and they tell him, "Hey, this is what you got to do." And it's a big help. I don't know, honestly, coach. It would be really tough if these guys weren't there.
I agree with you to a certain extent because, like I say, man, I think you're a very good, a very great coach. You just didn't have and I'm not finna put bad taste out there, but you didn't
Right.
really get a chance to show your coaching skills, at a certain place where you was at. Um, with the Midwestern Bulldogs, man, and we, like I said, we talk. How do you feel about the coaching, really getting back into coaching, and now you having an opportunity to be that voice that you wanted to be with that other team but couldn't? But and we always say, hey, you got a voice here.
Right.
So how you
Well,
feel about it?
hey, honestly, it feels good. But with these guys, coaches, well, you got to be fair, you got to be stern, but at the same time, you got to listen to what the players are talking about.
Fact.
And it's at times it's like, well, okay, that makes sense, but then there's some times where it's like, I don't know if that's gonna work. So what we do is just at time at practice, we're just like, hey, try it. If it don't work, we'll go back to the way you guys did it last year.
No doubt.
It's same as plain and simple like that, coach.
No doubt. You're right about that. So this season here, it's a bullseye on the Bulldogs back. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Big one.
especially with this one team, the so-called Grizzlies. They got it out for the Bulldogs for some reason. I don't know why. Um, what are you doing to keep these guys? Coach Jamie, when did you? Oh, okay. This is a question from Miss Rowe. She said, Coach Jamie, when did you know coaching football was what you wanted to do? Good question.
But right out of high school, to be honest with you, it's been something that I've always loved to do. And once I got out of high school, football's given me so much. I just wanted to give back to, other people and hopefully football would make the same difference for them.
Facts. So again, like this season coming up, the expectation is high within Bulldog Nation. And y'all going into the what is the United States Arena Football League? I think it is the USFL, the
Uh,
USFL, something like that. You got the Indiana Enforcers. You got another Indiana something. What is you expecting to come out of this league? Because it's a different league from when we was in the GIAFL. It's a lot more. This is a deep competition league right here than the GIFL. Not to speak shade on them, but but what is your expectation coming into the season with the United States? And I just asked that question, but I want to go more deeper. What is the
okay.
expectation of yourself and of this team, knowing y'all going into a different league and what traveling has to play a part in it now?
Well, the expectation, honestly, we know it's going to be better competition in this league. So that means guys have to play harder. They have to play, basically mistake free football. Go in, play our game. If we play Bulldog football, coach, we're just, nobody's going to stop us.
Facts, no doubt, no doubt. So, how can people find out about you? They want to act. Like I said, I have a nice little following. Find out about you and the Midwestern Bulldogs.
We have a website, or not a website, but we're on Facebook, Midwest Bulldogs. They can go there, check it out. I'm not sure if he has a Twitter or
Um,
what's the other TikTok. I'm not sure if he has a
no,
team
no,
C fight for that or not. I know the one is on Facebook. The only one I know is on Facebook.
yeah, and that's the Midwestern Bulldog.
So
One
if
more
they go
question.
there and check it out, they can find out. We'll post games, stuff on there.
Okay.
And I believe we're having live stream this season.
Oh yeah. Oh that. Damn. I'm jealous now. Damn. I couldn't even get that.
Yeah,
Damn.
we've been advocating for that all this time. What's
Man.
going on, Coach?
How you
Man.
doing?
That's my producer, Mr. Eric Buckner. I call him Big Easy.
What's going on, guy? Congratulations on becoming the coach of the Midwestern Bulldogs. Yes, you do have some lofty expectations, but in the
Right.
end, I just want them young men to have a very quality season and go out and fight every game and let the chips fall where they may. You know, the motto that I gave those young men last year was BTA, put the belt
Yep.
to the, so much so we made a little song about it. Here it go.
Stuck on single digits. We called out every play that hit like
That's the
Rita
Bulldog
Ravens
song
pitches.
right there.
Who says they crew? We press, they folded fast. They came for highlight photos. We handed out lessons in
Bulldog
class.
song now.
Belt to ass, run it up, run it past. They came for fun. We came to last. Every drill, every rep. Now it's payback, payback. You don't rise to the moment. You fall to your habits. Yeah.
Yeah,
No
so
doubt. That's the
that's the
Bulldog
mission. Belt
song
the
there.
ass every game.
No doubt.
Okay, can
No
we
doubt.
can we have that tape so we
Yeah,
can play
we
it
already got it.
pregame?
Oh yeah.
We already got it.
Yeah,
Oh,
matter
we
of fact,
do?
if you
Yeah,
hit up
Mr.
my messenger, I will send it to you personally.
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
got you.
But Mr. Loom already got it. We was
Oh, okay.
supposed been playing it. The season was over with when you did that, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, season was over with. Yeah, so yeah, that's a new song. Personally for the Midwestern Bulldogs, produced by himself, Mr. Big Easy, my producer, man. Um, Coach, again, I want to say um, big success to you in the Midwestern Bulldogs. You got this, man. Um, I wish I could be there with y'all. You know, unfortunately, I can't. Um, as I say,
He's retired, sir.
yeah, yeah, I'm retired,
Yeah.
but um, um, take it to a next level, man. You know, it's 2026. I took them to a championship in 2025. Now it's your turn, coach.
You set the standard. It's time for us to raise the standard.
Let's raise it now, man. And I
Yes,
know
sir.
you can. I know you can. I got so much faith in you, man. You know, just keep doing what you're doing. I thank you for coming on Straight Sports Talk. You always welcome to come on. I'm gonna be having some of the players come on as well. I want Mr. Loom to come on, but unfortunately he works on
Afternoons.
in the afternoon, so he's not able to come on. But I'm gonna have a few of the players come on, man, and really promote Bulldog Nation season this year, man, even though I'm not there. But before we go, what do you want to say to everybody about the Midwestern Bulldogs arena football team?
Hey, if you anybody out there wants to see some hard hitting, fast paced football, we play in Novi, Michigan. Check out our
Say it
Facebook
again.
page. Huh?
You was like this.
Oh, sorry, coach. If you
you
guys
all,
want to see some fast paced to hard hitting football, we have a Facebook page. Check out our times for our games. Come on out and check us out.
no doubt, no doubt. And so where will y'all be playing y'all home games at?
In Novi. I'm not sure of what the name of
Total
the
Sports
place.
Complex.
Okay, Total
Yeah,
Sports
Total Sports
Complex.
Complex. Yeah, that's where you be
Okay,
playing your home games at, man.
Novi, Michigan.
Novi, Michigan. Yes, sir. So look,
Come on
man,
out and support the dogs. We won a
man,
championship last year. We're
Remember,
trying to go
y'all,
back to
when
back.
y'all go there, don't be fighting.
no,
They don't play
No,
that in nobody.
no, yeah,
no,
they ain't
I'm.
playing Novi, and we don't play that with the Midwestern Bulldog. That's zero tolerance, man.
They already know if they fight, they're not
Yeah,
going to be
yeah.
either part of the Bulldogs or they're going to be sitting on the bench.
Facts, facts. What? Yeah, facts. So, Coach, I wish you all the success in the 2026. We got you got my full support, man. You can always call me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I can go on and on, man. Shout
Oh,
out
I
to the
know.
Midwest. That's my team, man.
Right.
That's my team. I love
Well,
them boys, man.
well,
I
Coach,
miss,
you know we talk, so
yeah. My
we
wife,
talk. We can sit there and talk for hours, but we got that surprise coming for these Defiance Blue Jackets.
oh yeah, my wife,
You know,
she,
and you know exactly what I'm talking about.
yeah, my wife, she was like, man, you need to get in one more season. That was our plan, but shout out to my wife, Miss Lexi Fortner-Bey, but couldn't happen. You know what I mean? Couldn't happen.
Right.
Shit, life happened. You know what I mean? But you do your thing, man. Do your thing, and man, I wish I'm come to a game. Watch.
He's
Hey, I
retired,
already
sir.
told you. You come, I'm sitting in the bleachers, man. Hey, you're more than welcome to come down here and take over.
No, I'm gonna watch you. I'm gonna
Oh,
watch you.
okay.
I'm
He's
gonna watch.
retired, sir.
I know he wants to watch me and say, why did he do that? Or why isn't he doing this? Yeah, but
Hey
yeah,
man. Hey look, Coach Fletcher, man. Hey look. Welcome to Straight Sports Talk, man. Had a great time, man. Again, have a great season. Uh, I love you, man. You got big support coming from me. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, go dogs.
go dogs. Thanks for having me,
No
fellas.
doubt, man. Thanks for coming on, man. Thanks for coming on, man. And hey, my man, my
My
man.
man, Coach V.
No doubt, no doubt. Thanks, Coach Jamie Fletcher, coaching for the Midwestern Bulldogs indoor arena football team, 2025 GIAFL champions. I was the coach then at the time, and that was a very special moment with me, man. Something that I'm gonna carry that to my grave, man. To get my really first championship as a coach. All
Your
the
only championship.
huh?
I said, and your only championship.
My only championship, man, with the Midwestern Bulldogs, man. And shout out to the owner, Donovan Sanchez, um, Jay Gas, Eric Hamlin, Mr. Allen, TJ, Mr. Clark, Dolo, uh, 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 Ace, Eli, Tone, Will, Cake Mix, Geo, Mr. Curtis, Mr. Drew, Mr. Wagner, Mr. Harvey, Mr.
You
Gabe.
retired, sir.
Man, then see how you interrupt me, man. Shout
Okay,
out to
no,
all
but
the
but
Bulldogs, man.
quick question though.
Yes, sir.
Give everybody an update on your injury. How you feeling this week?
Um, well, for my shoulder, it's healing. I had the ACL bone separation in my shoulder. Right here, you feel like I got a shoulder pad on. I have to wear my brace. I don't have it on right now, but it's healing. I go back to the doctor next week on the 13th, so they can look at it and see what's going on. I'm gonna have at least four to
I had
six
a
months.
doctor that day too.
Yeah, hey, I got 4 to 6 months of rehab to do. I'm looking forward to, getting back out, man, getting me a workout, back to working out, man, and getting back to normal life, man. It's just hard just sitting around. I really can't do nothing, but I had to get this surgery. But to everybody who came on, Miss Santiago, shout out to her and her husband, Mr. AJ Santiago. Um, wish you all the success in both of y'all careers. Wish you all the success in October 3rd at the Hilton Orlando Springs in Orlando, Florida, fighting at home. We'll be looking for that. Shout out to Coach Jamie Fletcher. He is the coach, not the head coach, because I wasn't the head coach. I didn't get named head coach to after the championship game. They wanted first you had to go through the process to see if you can make it. And I made it. Then they named me. But now it's handed over to Coach Jamie Fletcher now. And he doing his thing, man. And I'm so very, 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 very proud of that coach, man, because he got some shoes to fill. Um, I changed the culture of that team with the help of them guys because they trust in them. They trusted me and they believed in me. You know what I'm saying? And hey, shout out to Jake Gaskins as well. I forgot to name his name as well. Whoever else, Steve, Gente. Hey, you know who you are, guys. I haven't named you JH. I haven't named you, man. You know who you are, man. I'm old. I'm 62. Sometimes my mind goes. But I'm proud of each and every last one of y'all. And I had the opportunity to coach and teach y'all and change the director, not just on the field, but off the field as well. That means so much to me,
Yeah,
man.
we apologize. I see Coach getting a little dark there. We gonna get the lighting together for next week.
Yeah, yeah, I don't. Yeah, 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 yeah. I might have to bring that lamp in me and my wife room out here.
Yeah. We've been working out some computer things. Coaching a new place now, so we trying to get all that resolved. Yeah, we,
Yeah,
we got to get you on that desktop next week, Coach.
yeah. So yeah. We're gonna have to get to that because I would like to get on that desktop. But everybody who I have not named, Big Wheel, y'all, if I haven't named you, man, please don't be mad. You in my thoughts, Mr. Eric. Who else? JT. Can't forget that's my other son there, JT. Um, Andre Wagner, yeah, I said him, man. But all of y'all, man, all you new guys that's coming on, man, that's on coming into the Bulldog family, man. Wish y'all all the success. Y'all with the right team. Y'all with a great owner, man. And I say this, and I stand on this. Mr. Donovan Sanchez is one of the greatest owners I ever had to coach for. So with that, shout out to my children. Love y'all, man. My daughter just had a happy birthday. And also Zakiah Fortner-Bey, she just had a birthday August 5th. And I want to send my prayers out to Margot. She just passed. To the Klein family, to June, Green Iran, all y'all, man. I want to, send my condolences out to y'all, man. Y'all, man, my heart goes. I didn't see this coming, and also to brother T. Fortner-Bey, Islam brother, rest well. He just passed as well, man. My Islamic brother. May y'all rest in paradise. So with that, man, shout out to my wife, Miss Alexi Fortner-Bey. Um, she's at work doing her thing right now. Get hydrated out there. With that, y'all have an awesome weekend. To my son, I love you. To my daughter, Mari, I love you. Zakiah, I love y'all. Um, y'all have an awesome weekend. Be safe out there. And remember what I said, y'all. Watch who y'all messing with, who y'all calling y'all friends, man. Because there's too many of our people, man, either coming up missing or getting beat on. You know what I'm saying? Young girl from Michigan, man. You know, I can't say what I really wanted to say because I don't want to get our show shut off, but got jumped on by 3 white girls, man. She was pregnant, man. They got her drunk and they jumped on her, man. That shit ain't cool, man. That shit ain't cool. And I hope y'all get found guilty and y'all go up in Huron Valley Women's Penitentiary. Boy, y'all, with that, go Dogs, go Blue, go Lions. Peace.
Clipboards tape on the glass. They prayed for a miracle. We brought that belt to ass. Yeah, we wound up early. They showed up fashionably late. We studied film on a Friday night. They studied posts they made. We ran laps to lungs burn. They ran mouths in group chats. Whistle blew. First contact. They felt that truth impact. Scoreboard climbing. They stuck on single digits. We called out every play they had like reading baby pictures. Coach said stay cool. We pressed. They folded fast. They came for highlight photos. We handed out lessons in class. Belt to ass, run it up, run it past. They came for fun, we came to last. Every drill, every rep, now it's payback, payback. You don't rise to